One of the biggest stories that we saw, CT, was what happened with the Wizards the other night and the Knicks. And Sidney Lowe, the assistant coach for the Wizards, got fined $5,000 for jumping out off the bench in a suit and distracting Courtney Lee. We were all wondering, why didn't Courtney Lee shoot the ball? Well, there's Sid Lowe, the old NC State Wolfpack himself, yelling at him. Well, that $5,000 fine, some said, was a little bit light. Guess who agreed with that? Gregg Popovich. Pop chimed in by saying this to reporters, quote, "It's unsportsmanlike, it's childish, it's inappropriate," before saying that the Wizards, quote, "got off easy." So Pop suggested fines of $250,000. Remember, the fine was $5,000, okay, for a team, and at least $50,000 for the individual coach. What do you make of that?
That seems like a bit over the top. We're talking about Sidney Lowe. We're talking about an assistant coach. So you're going to find an assistant coach $50,000. Obviously, we know that head coaches make quite a bit more. But I'm just so surprised that Popovich is coming out so harshly when you look at this. Has nothing to do with him. This is the Knicks and the Wizards.
Yeah, I was kind of like, where's
These are two Eastern Conference teams, and we know that coaches are kind of like a fraternity. It's kind of like a tight-knit group. So usually when it's an issue, most coaches are going to side with another coach. Now, Sidney Lowe was in the wrong. No doubt about it. You can't have coaches out there on the court.
He's on the court.
He was actually on the court. And Courtney Lee said the reason he didn't take that shot was because he heard somebody screaming and he thought there was a double team. So that's why he passed the basketball. So that's not anything that you want to do if you're Sidney Lowe. Certainly think the penalty is a little too easy. I do agree with Popovich in terms of the Wizards got off a little too easy, but $50,000 and $250,000 for the team, that's going way too far. Let's meet somewhere in the middle. But Popovich, though, you know he's one that doesn't hold back. He's always going to speak his mind. He's going to let you know how he feels.
But they got a line out there.
They do, the baseline.
Right, coaches can't go over that line.
And he was way over it. I mean, he might as well just had his hands up like he's playing D.
There's like 6 defenders out there.
For sure.
You got 3 officials out there.
And you never know how that game can kind of impact the standings. That was something else that Popovich said. What if this game, means the Wizards are out of the playoffs or the Knicks are out of the playoffs? What if it has some, serious implications later on down the road? You
got 3 refs out there, and nobody sees a 6th defender out there for the Wizards getting in Courtney Lee's face.